need to be cut open.
If you unzip Andy's body, it's just cockroaches.
That's mean.
They just scatter and hide.
If you unzip Rosebud, it's just moldy cotton candy.
And cheese.
Yeah. It's cheese curds.
It's actually just state fair food.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
I wish we could go to the state fair so I could get you to get fair hair. Do you know what that is?
I wish we could go to the state fair so I could put you in a pig competition.
I was actually going to say the same thing about you.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. I was going to say, see if we could get you an award for the biggest pig.
No, you weren't.
Give you a blue ribbon.
Stop trying to take credit for
Winker.
my joke.
I didn't. See, you're perfect.
I'm Kathy Bates.
Did she do that in...
That's not body shaming. She did
Misery?
that in a movie. She
Was
did
it
it
Misery?
in Misery. Yeah. She went... And then she ran out of the room, and it's terrifying.
Oh, because she was trying to be funny for James Caan, right?
She wasn't trying to be funny. She was trying...
She was body shaming James Caan.
No, she brought a pig in the room.
A pig?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
See, we watched a little video
She's
the other day.
She's so fucking scary in that movie. If
Yeah.
you guys haven't seen Misery, whew.
Imagine if your mom vaguely looked like her. It's terrifying. Because my mom does. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
My mom's got kind of a Kathy Bates haircut.
Yeah, well, actually, everyone in Andy's family has the same haircut.
Yeah, it's cool.
Andy and his mother and his sister all have the same exact haircut.
We go to the same barbershop,
Mhm.
you know? We go, give us the Hanes. You just give us the Hanes, and we just sit in 3 chairs next to each other, and the barber just goes one by one.
Puts a little helmet on each of them.
Yep.
Yep. What were you saying? You were watching a thing?
We were watching a thing where a lady had a pet pig, and everybody was acting like it was so cute, and it was not. It was kind of a gross pet. I like pigs.
It was kind of a gross pet. She was like going through the drive-through.
She was like,
with it.
I have my pig. And she was actually such a normie. That was the weirdest
She's
part.
such a normal person.
I feel like she was like wearing like a pantsuit.
Yeah, she looked like she like worked for HR.
Yeah. She looked like she was like that person that you're like semi okay with going to her desk. You're like, hey, Denise.
Hey, sorry, I won't burn
this.
incense at my desk anymore.
You really shouldn't do that though.
I know, I got yelled at for it once.
Illy Daily.
The one time I had an office job, yeah.
Seems like something you would just kind of get off the bat that you wouldn't burn incense in an office.
Didn't really get it. Didn't understand why.
Yeah.
What's the big fucking deal? Also, why do you need to go to HR?
Oh, they went to
like,
HR.
Yeah, come over to me and tell me to fucking put it out. Say, hey, asshole, you're in an office now. You live in the real world.
I had to go to HR once because I told this girl I worked with that her pussy probably tastes like bubble gum.
No, you fucking didn't. You've never had the confidence to do that in your entire life.
You don't know me?
I
You
do.
know nothing.
I know you really fucking well.
You know nothing.
I know that
Jon Snow.
you wouldn't walk up to a girl and say your pussy tastes like bubble gum. You might walk up and say, "Hey, I was just you know what? Never mind."
What was
and
it?
then
What
you'd
did I
walk away.
say to you over text when we said that we were gonna smash?
You used like some stock line that you Googled.
That's not true.
All
Said I'm
right.
gonna wear you like a feed bag.
No, you didn't say that.
What'd I say? Oh
you
no!
said I
like
want
I'm
to wear you like a gas
gas
mask
mask. Confidence. Went
behind
right in
a
there.
screen.
And then I was like fucking terrified. Actually, I was like, what if she wasn't actually into this? Oh fuck, my career is over.
Yeah.
But then luckily,
Luckily, I'm all fucked up. So you guys, we have some news.
we do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mouse
Oh yeah.
got her period. This is not a joke. This really happened. Mouse got her period, and
This is not a drill.
it's not a drill.
This is
But
not a drill.
she is asking to be drilled,
Yeah.
which is a sick way to put it.
We took her to the park and she said, hey, I'm going to go over by that playground. I see a boy that I want to see if he can frack me.
Yeah.
She said she wanted to get
She said she wants
drilled like a
drilled
North
for
Dakota.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And It's just sick, you know. It's like she heard WAP, and now she's
It's disgusting.
yeah. I don't even know if you're allowed to say WAP. Are you allowed to say it?
Well, not in the Italian sense, but in the wet ass pussy sense.
Oh,
Yes.
oh no, I meant the Italian sense. She
Oh, I think
she
you
actually
can say
heard
it.
an Italian guy, and now she wants to get drilled for oil.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
I think you can be racist towards Italians. I think we're all okay with it because of
Yeah?
what they did.
You think
yeah.
so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ask Cuomo.
I mean, yeah.
You guys, we're gonna get Mouse spayed. We're gonna get her spayed in Staten Island because they do a deal there where if you get your dog spayed, you can get her nipples pierced. And
All
she's
8 of
been
them.
begging.
Yep.
She's been begging. So we're gonna get her nipples pierced, and we're gonna get her clit cut off or whatever the fuck they do. I don't
And
know how
then
they do it.
We're going to get her a tattoo that says believe, just like my parents have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Real trashy. Maybe a butterfly.
Yeah, she actually wants the same exact butterfly that Mariah Carey has.
Where is
It's like,
Mariah
fine.
Carey's butterfly? Where is her butterfly tattoo?
I don't know. Probably on her back or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, she wants that. And also I was reading this that dogs, that female dogs know they're like really clean about it, like they clean themselves up, but she's not.
No, she
She's not.
dripped blood on my newspaper this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it was while I was reading it, which was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it was a real weird moment.
Hard to go back to reading the paper after your daughter has dripped menstrual blood on it. Oh, also, we should talk about this.
Here's my question. Do I have to show her?
I think you should.
You think I should?
Or find a mama dog to show her. She'd probably eat her.
Yeah.
To be honest, she'd probably just eat her.
I mean, she'd smell blood.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess I have to show Mouse how to do it, which means
think I'm
I have
gonna
some
just
stretching
honor
to
kill
do.
her.
You know?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. What was I gonna say? Do you remember?
No, I'm just staring at the 2 stray nose hairs that are.
Oh, fuck you.
It's wild.
You have a
They're
mustache.
so long.
Whatever.
They're so long.
I'm a man. We go through changes.
But it's like 2 arms. It's like branches
What?
growing out of your nose.
Whatever.
Sorry. Anyway, so our daughter is she's menstruating,
She's a whore.
and we
Don't really know what to do. We didn't expect it this early. Oh, this is what I want to say. The other day, sorry, I burped.
Jesus.
I know you never have any kind
I've
of
never
burping
burped into
or
the mic.
flatulence.
Never.
And I think you actually have like burped like a really loud burp into a mic.
That's crazy. What?
But we were doing a Zoom show with a bunch of other people that was like a Quiplash game. And there was kind of like some like talented people we respect on there. And it was a really fun game.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mouse just came over and she was dragging her butt. And I was like, oh, is the period thing hurting? Because she had her diaper on.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too freaked out. And then it became very apparent soon that she had shit out the little hole for her tail all over the apartment. So
Yeah.
I had to pick her up and do quite a bit of cleaning. Anyway, it's not a good
It was like
story.
a period shit, you guys. It wasn't. We're not fucking around here.
Yeah, the girls get
I'm
it.
talking. It was Nam.
Yeah.
All right.
Vietnam.
It was hell.
Yeah.
There's like, it was bad enough where it's like there's no coming back. Do you understand? I'm gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Like in my nightmares.
Is that what period shits are like?
Yeah.
Because we all know that I have a messed up stomach.
Yeah, you have period shits every single night.
And usually if I have a, pretty healthy one, it dislodges a childhood memory. And I'm just on a playground and somebody's like, hit him. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And they're like, kick him. And I'm like, ah. And then I flash out of it and I'm just sweating on the toilet.
Is that why you're in the bathroom for no less than 60 minutes every night?
No, it's just because I'd like, a little space.
Yeah.
A little alone time to play the crossword.
Why don't I give you some alone time on the sidewalk?
Ooh, okay.
Why don't we do that?
No, it's because I have horrible stomach issues and I don't want to be some disgusting guy that farts in bed.
Yeah, Andy
It's very
Andy said today in
respectful.
the park, he goes, I just found out I have IBS. And I was laughing because it's like, you just found out after farting for 4 hours every day. You just found out
This is a
that
really
you have IBS.
gross podcast.
It
so
is. We've
far.
been
We've been
disgusting.
disgusting. I
We're
feel
so
horrible.
sorry.
People are probably crashing
It's
their cars
Monday
right now.
morning. Yeah, you guys have probably all just driven into a
Just
river.
gagging.
They're behind the wheel.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, we're gross today.
We're very
It's
gross.
gonna be a nasty app.
I think we're sunburned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to the park. We spent some time in the park today with friends, throwing footballs and frisbees, and watching TikTokers
Yeah, we watched a lot of gay men do TikTok dances in Speedos.
with their like woman friend.
I think the old term is fag hag, but we don't use that
we
term
don't use
anymore.
that term.
But it was a good one because it rhymed.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is
I
all
don't
these
know a
correct
single-
phrases
I
don't
actually
rhyme.
don't know a single gay man that is offended by the word fag. I don't know a single one.
Yeah.
Like when it's said with hatred, obviously, but like just saying it. I don't know a lot of people that are actually offended by it, but I'm like, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you use it and you kind of feel like you're in like a, like an old movie or something.
I was talking to Alex English about this, and I was like, it's surprising that it does hurt people's feelings because it's, you're taking a dick up your ass. It's like, what hurts more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll cut that from the podcast.
Are you sure?
No,
I
of
thought it was
course
pretty
not.
good.
But I was talking about me and a friend were exchanging horrible road stories, and the one I had was about when a closeted gay man tried to sleep with me after the show. The headliner was a closeted gay man, and he got very drunk and then was like, "You want to come up to my hotel room?" And I was like, "Not at all, sir. Please leave me alone." He's like, "I got more drinks up there." And I was like, you got to get out of my car. I had to drive him to his hotel.
The headliner?
Yeah.
You got harassed?
Yeah, I have a Me Too moment. But, that's the thing about guys. We just brush it off.
Yeah,
Kick
you
that
seem
guy's
fine.
ass. I do seem fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding about the story. But, it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I never feel threatened. Even
Yeah.
when women have tried to force themselves on me, I've been like,
It's never happened.
hundreds.
Never happened.
I don't think men can be raped.
Did you say hundreds?
Not hundreds, but I've had a couple times where I had like roommate situations or like a house that people could enter, and a drunk lady crawled in my bed and was like, "Just let it happen." And I was like, you're gross.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a good dude. I'm a good dude.
Yeah. You know how good dudes are always yelling that.
You're gross?
No, I'm a good dude.
That's the thing. Who had that joke the other day about somebody?
I'm a good dude.
Somebody had a good joke the other day about a guy. She like woke up at her house. She had blacked out,
Yeah.
and then the guy left a note, and he was like, "Don't worry, we didn't have sex." And then like next day at the office, he was like talking about like how he was like a good guy, and she was like, "Oh, thanks for not raping me, good guy." Like that's like.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's like the bar is down here.
Yeah, I didn't rape her, so I'm kind of a good guy.
I'm kind of a hero. Don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Yeah. I feel like there's weird energy in the room, right?
No.
I feel weird.
Yeah, I think you're like pretty fucking beat.
Maybe.
But you've been doing this a lot lately.
What?
On the podcast, not bringing it.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
No, you did bring it on the Patreon app.
And I brought it last week when Audie was here.
Audie, was he not tired last week?
But I was good.
We
I
was
was
pretty
good.
tired.
I was good.
Audie, don't fucking play middleman here. All right?
I'm great.
Okay.
I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy. I don't commit crimes.
Good guy. I'm good. This is what good guys do. We yell how good we are, unprovoked.
Are you done?
Yeah. All right. I have an announcement, you guys.
An announcement?
Yeah. I have an announcement.
Okay.
I wanted to say, those of you who are Patreon members, you listened to the Patreon episode this week. It was kind of a serious one, but it was really fun. We got a lot of good feedback on it. I wanted to welcome our new Patreon members. These are all the new Patreon members since August, okay? Rachel Blanchard, Anthony, Forrest Wheeler. Forrest, I saw your message on Patreon saying that Andy is the greatest comic of a generation.
Thank you. You're
and
right.
And that I was
Smart
sent
man.
from Russia to take him down.
True. Very
and
true.
Listen, Forrest, you and I are going to have a talk. Okay? Hallie
Spasiba.
Baker, no relation. Margot Craig. Bree Chemo. I hope I didn't fuck that up. Jillian Graves, Chris Madden, Shelley Farmer, Nicole Calhoun, and
Sierra, the wife of Russell
Sierra.
Wilson, pop star. It's great to have you.
Great to have you.
Thank you for joining
so
the
much
beach.
for joining the beach.
That'd
You
be so
guys-
funny if it was Sierra. She just signed up for Patreon as Sierra.
Yeah.
Just one name.
Just a single name.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say that if you are a VI Beach on Patreon, we are now doing, because we don't do ads on this podcast because we own ourselves, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah. We're going to be doing ads for our VI Beaches. This week, I wanted to put a plug in for Austin Rory, who is a queer guitarist who plays a soothing Southern style called American Primitive Guitar. You can watch their videos on Instagram at Austin Rory, AUSTYNRORIE. And their album is available on all streaming platforms, including Bandcamp at austinrory.bandcamp.com. All right?
Thank you, Austin. You are such a good beach.
You're a goddamn golden beach
Sunset.
member.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means.
Good fan.
I was really just putting words together.
I'm going to check it out. I didn't
you
know you
guys-
were a musician,
Yeah,
Austin.
check out Austin's music on Bandcamp, or check out their album on all streaming platforms. There you have it. Austin Rory, everybody. And if you are a VI Beach and you have something to plug, something you want to promote, send it in to us, all right? Also, I want to thank Austin for his message. Hi, Andy and Rosie. Just wanted to say thank you. Your voices in the comedy world are so important and powerful. I mean, that's a little bit much.
I mean, you have a very powerful voice.
Well,
I think
yeah,
he means
if we're talking
deep.
just full bass.
Yeah.
And you both definitely have my love and support. I don't really have much of a business yet, but this is the most interesting thing about myself.
Don't sell yourself short.
Don't sell yourself short, Austin.
Is this another ad or a message?
Yeah, we got another message. Am I allowed to read this?
Let's read it after, because I think we're actually expecting a call from a friend.
I forgot. We have a very important call today, you guys.
We wanted to check in actually with
we
an
actually-
old friend.
Well, we should say who it is.
Well, they'll be able to tell.
Okay.
It'll be kind of a surprise, but
I just want you guys to know this is going to be a matter of national security.
so just hang tight and we'll call him. So this is super exciting, you guys.
Very exciting.
Don't ask us how we got this phone number or our relationship, but
we called him from some favors.
and
Called in some favors
talked
with
to some of Rosebud's family, and
Yeah.
anyways, we're gonna talk to, I guess, our friend. We have to say that to get him on the line.
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Hey,
President Donald Trump.
We like to say friend because I like the people that like me. Okay, Andy, and Rosebud.
Yeah.
Rosebud. They say
That-
Rosebud was a sled.
They do. They say that sometimes.
They
Anyone?
say Rosebud was a sled. No, hold
Yeah.
on. Excuse me. They say Rosebud was a sled. Okay, but a lot of people are saying, well, it's metaphor. It's not the sled. They're saying that maybe it meant a little bit more than just a sled. Maybe.
Well, what are you
Maybe
saying?
I'm right.
are you talking about Citizen Kane, Mr. President?
Mr. Kane, you got to understand. This is a guy who's on top of the world. They said that he was William Randolph Hearst, but all he wanted to do was to reclaim a childhood. It never really had, and I thought it was a terrible deal what they did with Mr. Citizen. With Mr. Citizen, he didn't
Yeah.
get to have the fun that he wanted to have, and they took away his sled. I thought it was a terrible deal, Rosebud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a terrible deal.
Well, I've heard it actually also means prolapsed anus.
Some people say that, some people have an anus problem. I don't have an anus problem. Okay. we're never doing, bad things with butt. I think as
Right.
far as we're concerned, we're doing some really great things with butts. Okay. We're doing a lot of butts, more butts than the last guy. By the way, the last guy had a terrible record on butts. He was not doing, they maybe, they had Iggy Azalea and J-Lo did a song together where they were talking about butts or whatever. But J-Lo at the Super Bowl, that was me, okay? That happened during Mr. Trump. So if you
Yeah.
want to talk about butts, I think I have a much better record
Yeah.
on ass.
Yeah. Could you clarify your position on butts for us, Mr. President? What is your record on butts?
I like butts. Okay, I like butts. I love the boobs, but butts are great too. So
Yeah.
when you have one guy is butts guy, another guy boobs guy, this is a thing that they ask all the time, boobs or butts guy, boxes or briefs.
Right.
And every guy's different, everybody's the same, but really everybody's different. And you could go one way and you could go the other way.
Yeah.
A lot of people go the butts way. I go with butts, I go with boobs. I like it all. They say I like legs. We're never even talking about legs. We were talking about legs for forever. And now we're not even talking about legs. And I think it's a very bad deal for women. When women have butts, they've got legs, they've got face. I like
Yeah.
a pretty face.
I've been saying that for years, is that, it's hard for women having legs and butts and faces. It's very hard. We were we really wanted to talk to you, Mr. President, because, this is a quarantine podcast, and we are in the middle of a quarantine and a pandemic. And we were just curious.
Terrible pandemic.
When are we-
terrible
when-
quarantine, awful lockdown, really bad. A lot of people sitting at home. HBO Max. A lot of people watching Crip Camp. People watching Love on the Spectrum. They've got a lot of free time. Okay. A lot
Yeah.
of free time.
What's one of your favorite things you've watched?
I don't watch a whole lot. I'm a big reader, so I don't watch a whole lot. But I watch
Are you?
about. Now I don't. I read a lot. I read a lot of stuff. Okay, but I watch.
What have you been reading?
I watch Tucker. Well, we don't watch Fox anymore because Fox they're not doing as very good. They're sort of falling into the left thing. They're doing a left thing now. I think Fox is doing a terrible job, but I'm reading. I do a lot of reading. I like Marie Kondo. With Marie, she is saying you pick something up and you go, I like it or I don't, and then you throw it away. And I did that with her book. I thought that was a very effective book. I held it up and I said, this isn't doing for me. But you know what? I'm doing lots of great books. We've got. I like Batman. I'm liking. I do Invincible. We're doing Charlie Brown.
Right.
I've got this one where
Charlie Brown.
we're doing. I read a David Sedaris. Have you heard of David Sedaris?
Yes, yeah.
Of course.
So a friend of mine, friend of Jared's, gave me a David Sedaris. Me Talk Pretty one day. And I got into about the first 10 pages and I thought, okay, I get it. This guy's gay and he's French and he's smoking a cigarette and he's in New York and he's a Southerner and I get it. Whatever. I don't need to hear about how Amy Sedaris was mean to him one time. I'm done with it. No, who cares about your family? Who thinks that your family is so cute? I thought it was so boring and I threw it away.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a beautiful story, especially coming from someone who I know is mourning the loss of his brother. I think that's important thoughts.
I'm thinking we're doing morning, we're doing evening, we're doing it all. I think about Fred all the time. I think at him at noontime sometimes when I'm going to bed, I don't like to go to bed. They say Bill Clinton, by the way, Bill Clinton was a terrible guy. He's one of my closest friends. He's an awful person. I love him very much. He's an awful person. I don't know this man. I never met him once before in my life. They say that I know him, but I don't know him that well. But he's, we know Bill. We know Hillary. We hang out with them all the time, but I don't know these people. But Bill,
right.
When Bill was in White House, Mr. Bill would do 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep. He would not sleep at all. Didn't sleep a wink. And so, I try to do Bill where I'll set the alarm, I get up and I do a little bit of reading, I do a little writing, and I go back to bed and I wake up and I go back to sleep and I wake up again. We're doing this every day. We're doing some of this sleeping, by the way, almost every day. We'll be sleeping for part of the day. And then the rest of it is doing government. Very big government. But of course, with Republican, you do very small.
I was wondering if with the election coming up, I was wondering if you could maybe like cut down the number of hours we have to sleep every day as president. Given 4 more
I really
years.
don't like sleeping that much. I was wondering if you could
just, maybe cut the sleeping time in half for Americans.
I'd love to do it. Some people sleep a long time, okay? Some people sleep a really long time. Other people, they don't sleep as much, okay? So you have to have option. And we're talking with Mr. My Pillow. Mr. My Pillow is a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that we need to sleep more. More people will buy the pillow if we sleep more. And I said, hello, Mr. My Pillow. Not everybody wants to sleep all the time. That's called being depressed. Okay? And not everybody's going to sleep all the time. Some people want to be awake. Remember when America was awake? Remember how we used to love to wake up and greet the morning? And now Obama doesn't even want you to have mornings. He doesn't want you to have morning or night. He just wants it to be afternoon, just 2 p.m. all the time.
That's true about Obama.
Let's bring back morning. Let's bring back night. We need to bring back night. Take back the night. Okay. And we're talking to Justin Timberlake about it as well to see if we can take back night, because Obama did a very cruel thing, wanting to have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't be black and white. Okay. You need to be able to pick one of them. Okay. Yeah. And Obama was forcing us into a terrible position.
Right. Yeah. Having to choose.
So, I mean, just to get to the kind of specifics, do you see any kind of progress being made as far as the virus and the?
Yeah, because we're really bored in our apartment.
And we're not able to do live stand up, which is kind of what we used to do.
Yeah.
Hey, we're doing great with the virus, and in New York, by the way, you're coming up with beautiful. In New York, by the way, I see this all the time on social media. You're doing these outdoor shows. Outdoor shows, I think, are the perfect answer. In New York, you have this city that is built where everything is outdoors. You have this city of wide open spaces where it's really easy for people to sort of congregate in a sort of big, flat pattern where everybody's spaced out. You've got all these porticos and you've got all these plazas. I think it's an incredible thing that New York is getting out there. They're stretching their legs. We got to stretch our legs. We were not built to stay in towers all day like some wizard, like Rapunzel. Okay, not everybody's got long hair, Mr. Sebastian Bach. We're not doing the long hair. Yeah. Some people need to get outside and be stretching out and going outside. LA has done a terrible job with coronavirus. California is doing a terrible job. There's too much space, okay? It's too much space, and it gives the virus a lot of space to get around and infect everybody. And New York is brilliant how they've been doing these outside shows where they've really got it figured out. But they're also doing a terrible job. The infrastructure is terrible, and anything that's not me is doing a bad job. But when it's me, it's a very good job. It's a very good job.
I'm really shocked at how up on the comedy scene you are, President Trump.
Yeah. Do you have
Mindy Tucker. Tucker.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good pictures, iconic pictures of different stand-ups, beautiful headshot. And, you need flavor. You need these tent poles to make a good scene. It's called making a good scene.
Do you have any favorites in the kind of alt scene, LA or New York?
Well, somebody told me about Sleepy Joe Pera. I thought Joe Pera was too tired. Put me right to sleep. I didn't think it was that much to write home about. I didn't get it. Okay, I get it. He's doing Garrison Keillor. He's doing approachable Americana. But I thought, it's not the time for that. We need to be acerbic. We need to be spicy. We need to be witty. And, there's not a lot of people who are very impressed about, okay? On the West Coast, everybody's freaking out about Joe Rogan. I thought Joe Rogan, he's not even doing stand-up. He's talking about, I ate this mushroom and it made my muscles big. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good. And then on the other side, you've got these, Dimitri Martin, he's drawing pictures in the corner of like a wolf who's friendly. I don't think it's a very good thing to be doing that. I don't think it's a very good thing to be doing that. This sort of milk toast, soy boy thing.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of people whose comedy that I really like a lot. There's not a lot of, I don't think they're doing a very good job with it.
Yeah.
But I like Sebastian.
Yeah, of course.
When he's talking about Chipotle and how everybody's at Chipotle and they're dancing down the line, oh, I'll give you the salsa. Oh, and let me have some shredded cheese. I thought the Chipotle thing with Sebastian was so funny. But, but they're never going to give him the show. They're never going to give him a show. They're never going to give him a show. They're very mean to the Italians in this country. Very mean. And the Italians found it, by the way. The Italians found the country. So why don't we give more to Sebastian?
Well, we were just saying that it's okay to be racist to Italians still.
Is that true?
Would you say that's true?
In 1920s, and it's been a long time since 1920s, but I think that a lot of the 1920s still applies. In 1920s, they said that the Italian, Armenians, everybody's white, okay? They said everybody's white. And they did a big white, and they said, this is what's white, and it's everybody, okay? And then on the other side, you've got the Mexican guys, and you got South America, and you've got, the French, and you've got the Irish people, and you got the blacks, and you've got all these other people, and they're not white, okay? So I think it's okay when you're talking about white people, yes, we've got ethnic whites, and they're very silly. They like Mediterranean food. With these ethnic whites, maybe they want hummus, maybe they want mutabal. I don't know, but with the ethnic whites, when they're doing a baba ganoush, or maybe they're doing, chicken parm, I don't care. It's hilarious. If the guy's there and he's real sweaty and he's saying a bunch of stuff about family, I just think it's so funny. I think it's so funny where you've got everybody. Listen, we're all Americans, okay? Except the people that aren't American, and they've got to go. But we're all Americans, okay? We should all be getting together and having a Coca-Cola, except for the people, who are a little shifty, who I don't trust. I don't know about those people, but some people like them and some people don't. So we're just going to have to see how it plays out, Andrew. We're going to have to see how it plays out, Mr. Rosie.
Thanks.
We've got to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That answered the question for sure.
Did you hear the answer that you wanted to hear in my answer?
I heard a lot of different answers. Yeah, that
I do this really good at talking, where I'm able to say just a bunch of stuff, and you hear what you needed to hear from it, and then you can make your own conclusion. I'm like a choose your own adventure novel. You remember when you had to choose your own adventure? Your mom would buy it at a drugstore when you had the flu, and she'd take it home to you, and she'd say, if you want him to survive the accident, turn to page 35. So we're doing this with conversation. We say everything you need to hear, and you can sort of pick what you need. It's about offering options.
Right. Yeah.
Free market.
Well, we're probably getting close to you running out of time. I'm sure that you're very busy.
Yeah.
But,
I'm running out of time. My days are numbered.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that you're?
Are you sick?
Are you sick?
No, it's just each day we're all one day closer to the big D, the big death, when Mr. Grim Reaper comes and he's got the big sword and he said, it's time to go to hell.
Are you saying that you, are you saying that with an election coming up, that every day you get closer to death?
They say that each day is one day closer. It's one day less. I don't really think of it as one day more. I think of it as one day less. I met this girl with black lipstick, and she told me about goth. Okay, she told me about goth, and I thought, this is pretty cool. I'm really into this goth thing, and so she gave me the CD, and it had Bauhaus. It had Mr. Robert Smith, who does The Cure, and I started listening to it, and I thought, these British people are very sad, and I think they've got the right idea. Big pants. They're wearing big pants to the mall, and I think that's the right way to go.
Okay, well,
I did want to ask you one more question before we go.
Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President. The election is
very
coming
presidential.
Up
election.
Yeah.
Yep.
in about 50 days. We have maybe 70. I don't know. But it's coming up here soon, and there hasn't been a ton of campaigning, obviously, because of the pandemic. But right now, polls are showing that your opponent, Joe Biden, is leading. Are you feeling optimistic that you'll?
Well, they said that the last time, Andy. They said it the last time. They said Mr. Hillary was going to do a lot better than me. And we saw how that happened out. We saw what happened. And I'm not campaigning in person as much as I like to be. I like the people that like me, and I like going to the people that like me. But what we're doing instead is now we're doing scary ad. You just go to Washington Post, you go to YouTube, and you see a scary ad, and it says, Trump Pence 2020. Did Joe Biden pee in your coffee this morning? Well, we're going to figure it out if he did. Is Kamala Harris, is she holding a big knife? And did she have sex with your wife? And is she looking through your emails? So we're doing ads, and we're doing all of these things because we need to look into this.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We need to look in to see if Joe Biden deleted your Skyrim game. Maybe he got on your Skyrim game and he deleted it.
And I want to know, if Kamala is having sex with my wife, I want to know about it.
And why does she have a knife?
Yeah, why does she have a knife?
Why does she have a knife? My favorite ad is the one where it goes, is Trump doing a better job than Obama? That's my favorite ad because it begs the question, because we've been running up against Obama this whole time. And it's coming up. America's got to make a choice between Trump or Obama. And so Mr. Biden wants you to pick Obama. So we're keeping up with the current and with the trends. And so we're doing YouTube and TikTok, and we're getting very close. I'm really encouraged by the numbers. When I see our numbers are down, I go, oh, this is great. Because what it tells me is that people don't like me. And when people don't like me, that's when I get off. When people are screaming at me and they say, Donald, you're a piece of shit, you're a bad guy, that's when I come, okay? When there's a lady, if you've got a lady in the room and she's telling me how terrible I am and how I'm worth trash and everything, nothing gets me harder. And that's when I thrive, okay? It's not about surviving. It's about thriving, Mr. Andrew. It's about doing very well, not just getting by. Yeah. And I think that America's just going to be getting by with Biden. Maybe it'll weather a storm. Maybe it'll survive. I say blow it out in a big spectacle. Really tank this thing. The best part of the roller coaster is when you hit the water at the end. I can't wait to see us because I think we're going to make a big splash. I think we're going to head down. Everyone's going to be screaming in the photograph. I think it's going to be really great. That's everybody's favorite part is when the roller coaster goes down. Don't you want to go down with Trump?
Yeah.
So people are going down on me. I think people are going down on me all the time.
People are going down on him. You guys heard
People are going down on me all the time.
Yep. All right.
Thank you so much.
Mr. President, we hope you are fully torqued from now through November. And
is there anything you'd like to plug, perhaps?
Yeah, is there any social media handles you'd like to plug?
Tell you what, the one comedian that I think is really great is James Austin Johnson. He does a Twitter. He's doing an Instagram, so you can follow that at Shrimp JAJ. That shrimp, like the food, best food that we've ever had, frankly, is probably the shrimp. We're looking into it, but we're thinking that shrimp is the best protein. You've got Vietnamese, you've got, deep fry it, Florida. So we think that shrimp is probably the best. And you can follow him at Shrimp JAJ. That's Jaj. Shrimp JAJ. At Shrimp Jaj. And he's doing a comedy. He's doing everything. He's releasing front-facing comedy. Comedy's dead, so why not follow a boy on the internet? That's what I ask.
That's great. That's beautiful.
I love James
Austin
stuff,
Johnson is great. He's really good. He's really good. I almost see a resemblance between you guys.
He looks like a younger you.
Yeah.
He's got the red hair and he's got the big cock. He's doing all of that stuff, I think, really great. And he's got a podcast called What Things Are What Things, where people decide what things are what things. They did what horny old rockers or what sandwich ingredients last time. They did, what U.S. military conflicts are which Bob Dylan albums. So you should listen to What Things Are What Things wherever podcasts are sold, and they're selling very well. Last time I checked, podcasts are doing great numbers with selling. So follow his podcast, What Things Are What Things. Listen on Twitter, listen on Instagram. You'll really like this kid.
Wow, thank
Great.
you so much, Mr. President.
We really
know
appreciate the
we
time.
know you're very busy with people going down on you and making a splash in their faces. And thanks for everything you're doing.
And best of luck on the campaign trail.
Best of luck.
You're great Americans. You're great Americans, and we love the work that you're doing, Mr. Andy and Miss Rosebud. I really like your comedy. You know, Rosebud, I saw you on the Bill Burr. I thought Bill Burr was really funny, and I thought you were pretty good. So we think that your comedy is doing great. And Andy, you know, you're doing a great job, you know, with all the comedy, and you dyeing your hair and everything. You look like Eminem. I think it's great.
Wow.
I think it's great that you look like you got arrested at Logan Paul's, mansion party in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we hope to run into you at the next one.
We'll see you in 2020. Next year, vote in 2020 for Donald J. Trump. I think it's going to be a great job.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, you guys.
That was quite a phone call. I mean, he really goes. He
really just goes.
set him off, and he kind of goes.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that a lot of you had a lot of questions about what's going to happen in this country, what's going to happen with this virus, and I'm pretty sure that just covered all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel relieved.
There's no mystery in my mind where this is going.
Yeah.
You know?
Big splash.
I've never felt so safe.
We're gonna ride the roller coaster. Take the picture.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna splash in people's faces.
How
we're gonna go down on a lot of people.
Yeah,
is what
a ton of people.
I think he's saying that eating pussy cures COVID.
I do think that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Did you have any, like, I guess what I was going to ask is how do you think you've been dealing with the quarantine? Well, not that we're quarantining, but that you're, like, how have you been feeling lately? Because, sometimes it's a good, how we don't talk when the podcast is off, how we're just silent in the house and we don't look at each other or talk.
Right. Yeah. How we'll mainly just exist next to one another.
Yeah. Kind of like two ghosts, but they can't see the other ghosts.
Yeah. Like orbiting ships.
Yeah.
You know how ships orbit each other.
Certain spaceships? Yes, I do.
Yeah, we're orbiting spaceships.
Well, anyways, how are you doing?
I feel fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say you're in a better mood.
I'm in a better mood. I'm not having nightmares. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night telling Andy I hate my family, which is a good thing.
You did wake me up last night by just throwing your leg across my abdomen and then taking my hand and just kind of motioning to massage. And you were in a complete sleep. You were not awake, but
my legs hurt.
You can ask for a massage. It's
crazy. Good to know. It's very important to ask for what you need, even if you're sleeping. And it's good to know that I did that because it's a sign that I've made progress.
Yeah. You're asking for what you need.
Therapeutically, speaking. And, I feel fine. I feel a little bit like I went through a wave last week.
I think we all go through waves.
The wave it crested.
And now you're surfing down.
It crashed.
Oh, okay. You're back
and
up.
now I'm surfing.
Okay. But are you surfing down?
No, I'm just surfing on.
Oh, it's like a flat. You're longboarding.
I'm surfing on flaccid water. It's
flaccid? Do you mean placid?
Just flaccid.
That's not really a water word.
The water's not really.
Well, we don't really say flaccid water. We say
placid. Well, it means boring.
Placid. Okay. Anyways, that's great.
I say flaccid water.
So you're stand-up paddleboarding.
The water's flaccid.
Okay.
I'm paddleboarding on a flaccid lake.
Yeah.
And
well, you could say hard
Lake
water.
Placid, actually.
Yeah.
You guys know the lake, Lake Placid. That's the lake I'm on.
That's where I should rent a house when I hear your baritone. But anyways, that's not a... Andy, why is your libido down? Oh, I don't know. It's
Let me tell you something about the tone of your voice.
Hey, do you want to have sex with me or not?
You sound like a fucking housewife that's making a complaint at Walmart all the time.
I know. I can't help it. I was raised with this bitch voice.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Whenever I hear my voice, I'm like, that's my voice. Fuck.
Yeah, actually, Andy, and he developed his picking problem listening to his own voice. He just started picking at his own skin, trying to crawl out of it. Because he was like, I can't listen to my own voice anymore.
Nobody liked that bit.
Shut up. You're being a cunt.
That's like the greatest insult you can do to any comic. You'd be like, nah, nobody liked that. And then just right away, sincerely angry at me.
Yeah, I
even
fucking
though I'm
hate
fucking
you.
with you.
You're such a cunt. You are a cunt.
You just made fun of me for 4 minutes.
Ew.
Nobody liked that bit. I will fucking cancel this marriage as...
I will. I'll walk away in the
I'll
middle of the
walk
vows.
away.
I swear to God, I'll pull up in the car to walk
walk
towards
away.
you, and then I'm gonna tell the guy to gas it. I'm gonna be like, go.
That's why I got trip lines and traps.
You don't have trip
You're gonna
lines
be-
and traps.
You're going to try to
You
run.
don't have any fucking trip lines?
You're going to try to run away, and a little fucking rope is going to secure around your leg.
Yeah,
There's
how
a
are you gonna
fucking
tie
weight
it?
system.
How are you gonna tie it? Whose hands are you gonna use to tie it?
I'll have you know that I tie knots all the time when I'm working in a moving truck.
Mm-hmm.
I secure things.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that'll be the podcast. That's it for today.
No, you can't end on that. We got to talk. We can't end on them thinking we're getting a divorce. That wouldn't be.
Tune in next week when
No,
we're not
come on,
together.
We're gonna resolve this. We're gonna resolve this.
Okay, what?
I love you, Bunny.
Don't say that in
I
front of
love you
people.
s-
What's
I-
wrong with you?
I love you, butthead.
Ew.
Come on, say it back. Good morning. Say it back. GM, say it back. Say it like you mean it.
Good morning?
No, that's the saying. Good morning. Say it back. Anyways,
Okay.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Wow.
I love you too.
See?
Sick.
Okay. Well,
I hate this.
this has been an episode.
This has been a true
very-
episode.
Yeah, this has been an episode in the sense that like a bipolar person has.
Yeah.
And
Like in the sense that you could send us both somewhere right now
Yeah.
with padded walls.
I kind of wish that I would have been this awake for the first 20 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. We got to talk to the very funny Donald Trump, a.k.a. James Austin Johnson. If you want to follow him, he's so funny and he deserves so much more attention. He does a bunch of characters. He's great, and we're going to have him back on.
Yeah.
But otherwise, do you have anything to plug?
I wanted to plug your mouth.
Okay,
I wanted to
that's
plug
cute.
your mouth full
Okay.
of paper towels
Great.
and duct tape it shut and put you in the tub.
Well, I'll be doing some outdoor shows this week, and also, I don't know, just keep following us, keep reviewing us. We love you. Thanks so much for the patronage. We're almost at 1,000, which you know what that means. Tattoo time.
Baby in the box.
Baby in the box tattoo. We love you guys. Don't. Well, wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyes.
And don't spit in their mouths unless it's a committed, monogamous relationship under God, indivisible,
Bye,
with
guys.
liberty and justice for all.
Just find your